Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Maritime Under 16 AAA Championship Weekend here at the Port Hawkesbury Civic Center. So good to have you all here. Would you please give a warm welcome to the Dartmouth Voyageurs representing Nova Scotia. much to our players. Joining us this evening for our opening ceremony for this evening, we have Staff Sergeant David Moran from the Inverness District RCMP. Representing the town of Port Hawkesbury, Councillor Todd Barrett. The President of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League, Jamie Stone. The President of the Cavan Highlanders, Danny DeMone. Cavan Highlanders Manager, Denise Sampson. Also with us is James Beaton, who will drop the puck a little bit later. James played with the Cavan Highlanders in their first season, moving on to the Cape Breton West Islanders under 18 AAA, then finishing his hockey career with the Truro Junior A's. So thanks for being here, James. Good to see you. Of course, a tournament like this doesn't happen with great community sponsors, and one of the first groups who stepped up to support and sponsor the Maritime Championship were the McDonald family, owners of the hardware stores in Port Hood, Waikagama, and soon to be in Port Hawkesbury. J.R. and Pauline, Daniel, Melanie, and Kelly. The McDonald's, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And the Port Hawkesbury store is opening in June? June. Did somebody write that in concrete or ice? Excellent. We're looking forward to it. Glad to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cape Breton. Welcome to Port Hawkesbury and this beautiful facility. We're so happy to have you here this weekend to celebrate hockey, and for many, it's the last hockey of the season, certainly the last hockey for this season in this facility. We are here in Unamagi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq. Our relationship with the First Peoples dates back to the 1700s and is highlighted by a series of treaties that were signed by both sides. And that's why we say we are all treaty people. My name is Bob McTaggart. Honored to be here as your MC for the opening ceremonies. I do want to take a minute before I introduce our first speaker to just do a special shout out. I introduced a couple of people here, as I did with the red carpet guests, but I do want to say a special shout out to Danny and Denise, who lead the Cavan Highlanders organization. They do what their utmost to ensure each and every season that the players, the coaches have everything they need at their disposal to ensure a successful season on ice. And they jumped at this opportunity to host the Maritime Championships and have done an exceptional job of the planning piece, certainly with the support of the bench team along with parents. So a special shout out and a thank you to Danny and Denise for all you've done to make this happen. Now please welcome Todd Barrett on behalf of the town of Port Hawkesbury.
On behalf of Mayor Brenda Chisholm-Beaton and the town of Port Hawkesbury, we want to extend a huge welcome to all the players, the coaches, the families. Enjoy Port Hawkesbury and everything it has to offer, our hospitality, our weather, and good luck to all the players, and a big thank you to the organizers and the volunteers.
Todd mentioned the weather. Are you taking credit for tonight's weather, Todd, or blame? Nice spring day out there. All right. I already mentioned and introduced Jamie Stone, who's the president of the Hockey League here. He's with us, and he has some duties to handle. So I'm going to give him a hand here. All right. So we have some league awards to hand out. So, Jamie, I guess we start with the leading scorer, Nolan McGillis from the Thunderbirds. Congratulations, Nolan. Your top defenseman, Ben Chafee from the Dukes. All right. Good stuff, Ben. Your top goaltender is Zachary David from the Thunderbirds. Congratulations, Zach. Your first team All-Star defenseman, Ben Chafee from the Dukes. All right, Ben, good stuff. Next, we have the second All-Star forward, Nolan McGillis from the Thunderbirds. Congratulations, Nolan. The second team All-Star forward, Max Gamble from the Rebels. And the second team All-Star goaltender, Zach David from the Thunderbirds. All right, Jamie, let's make that better presentation for the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League regular season championship. You know them as the Western Rebels. All right, congratulations to all of the players, and of course to Chance. And thank you, Jamie, for being here this weekend with us. It's time for the official puck drop. So I'm going to ask Captain Austin Landry to join us in center ice, or near center ice, along with Moncton's Cogan LeBlanc and our alumni James Beaton to drop the puck. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, James, for being here with us for the opener. Now, please, if you can, rise, remove your headgear, and face our Canadian flag over yonder. And please welcome Janina Flores, who is going to lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
True Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Port Hawkesbury Civic Center for this contest. The fourth of this tournament as the Cabot Highlanders play host in their second game of the tournament against the Moncton Thunderbirds, also their second game. Both teams looking for a win, their first of the tournament, as the Dartmouth Voyageurs defeated the Cabot Highlanders last night in overtime by a score of 1-0, while the Rebels defeated the Moncton Thunderbirds 4-1 for the first game of this day of tournament action. We'll start things off at center ice as both teams are going to get things started here. Cabot looking to move it ahead off the draw, back into the zone. Finney on it now, moves it across here for the Thunderbirds. Fired in the zone there by Davidson, and he quick to attack there. Speedy forward number 20 delivers a body check in the corner. He's got a head of steam to start things off, trying to crush everything in sight is Davidson as that's moved onto the wall, and Cabot looking to get the physical play going early. McGinnis dumps it in to the zone. John Huey McGinnis on the point there. Another back in front of that rebound chance in front. Cabot looking to get things started right away with a quick shot on goal, and bodies flying to start things off, getting that physical play and trying to intimidate these Thunderbirds right away off the bat here. Get the crowd into the game as the Thunderbirds going for a line change to start things off. Highlanders as well, 1926 to go here in the first. Great start, first shift for the Highlanders here. They win an offensive zone face-off. Looking to force their will early here. Broussard now on the draw here. Got Reddick parked at the top of the circle, possibly a set play. That draw won there by the Thunderbirds. They move it around behind McGillis. Leading goal scorer in the entire U16 AAA league as a pass in front of the net there. Shot by Boyd, now blocked in front. As McGillis receives that pass and skates up the ice. Watch out for him. He could be a big factor in this hockey game as that's dumped in here for the Thunderbirds. Out in the corner working for it now. LeBlanc on it. Moves it across to the point. Francis a shot through a traffic and a good save there for the Cabot Highlanders goaltender. Good save there. Jacob Plourde getting the start in goal here for, the Leo Forrence, my mistake, for the Cabot Highlanders in goal as both goaltenders wearing the number 29 there. As good hit there in the corner as Bowie delivered that body check. Turning with it is LeBlanc now. Trying to set up the play, just dumps it in there, goes for a line change here. As the Thunderbirds are going to keep those shifts short. Get that maximal intensity of effort with every shift. As Vandevelde gets it in the corner. Turning behind his own goal, holding onto it, slides it across. And an outlet play here for the Thunderbirds. They have to dump it in there, and they do. Not looking to get too fancy here early on as that puck is fought for in the near corner. Given away here, a chance in front of the shot there, blocked in front by the Cabot defense, and now out they come with it. Moving ahead is McClellan. Down the wing, trying to slide a pass through. Looking for Heb, but he couldn't get it to him, and now out come the Thunderbirds the other way, trying to slide a pass through some bodies there. And that's back to neutral zone ice, turning back. LeBlanc finds his defense and moved across again for another outlet play. Here they come in down the ice, dumping it in there. Retrieved there by Landry. Austin Landry dumping it around the boards. Intercepted there on neutral zone ice, chopped back in. McClellan gets a stick on it. He moves ahead, dumped in there by the Highlanders. Hard hit in neutral zone ice there. And a raucous applause from the Thunderbirds bench. Them looking to take the body now here. Intimidation factors going back and forth as Landry turns with it. Dumps it off the boards and into the offensive zone here. King after it on the forecheck. Stops up, takes a hit to make the play. Skate the stick, holding onto it. Fires a pass, a two-heart to handle there for John Hugh McGinnis as McGillis tries to get past the defense here. Leading goal scorer. Oh, a hard hit there on McGillis. And onto the point. Another shot there. Glove down and held by Forrence, who gets the whistle here for the Highlanders. Some good action and intensity thus far in this hockey game. Just 3 minutes and 4 seconds in here. And already we have a good couple looks here on the rush. Some shots from distance. Another pad save there off the draw. As now out comes Davidson. He's got some speed. He can really wheel as he comes up the ice, holding on to it, trying to dangle free, and he's caught up there by the defense, can't get by. As it's moved out now, down the ice, Landry making chase after it. No icing called there as it's moved across to the defense. On the left-hand side, Davidson stick check there by McGillis, and it's back into the offensive zone. Hard hit there in the corner. Landry took the worst of that one. Off the boards, back to Davidson. Davidson up the wing. Lost control of the puck. It's back into neutral zone ice. Picked up there and moved back across. McDonald two behind the puck there, and it goes back to the defense. Highlanders looking to reset here. Out comes McDonald down the wing, and that puck hit the bench area, so that'll be another stoppage in play here. I'd like to give a thank you to our game sponsor, Maple Signs and Engravings, for sponsoring this game as we start this neutral zone face-off. Broussard wins it back. The defense slid it across, tries to intercept that pass, and gets a hold of it here on the near wall. Dumped out to neutral zone ice. Francis dumps it, intercepted there. As out comes Oliver with it. Zach Oliver dumps it in there for the Highlanders, and Thunderbirds looking to respond. Back to Boyd. Holds onto it, shovels it free, taken by Young on the intercept. Here he comes, trying to bust by the defense. It'll go, backhand shot, he scores! And the Moncton Thunderbirds open the scoring on a great rush play, busting past the defense was Young. And he finished it off with a slick backhand move. Low glove side past the pad, right along the ice it looked like, and just beating the defense and the goaltender with that quick speed, quick hands in front. And Moncton striking first in this one. Guinness wins that draw, and the Highlanders now on the back foot early, looking to respond here. Outlet pass there. Here they come again. Slid across, wanting that offside. McGillis holding it, slides it across. Another touch pass in front of the net. A quick play there. That could have been a tic-tac-toe effort there by the Thunderbirds as they start to get their chemistry going here early in this one. As an outlet pass there off the skate of McGillis into the corner. Landry retrieving that here. The captain of the Cabot Highlanders. Stripped of the puck by McGillis. Taken into the corner now. Moved across. Leard fires, and that's a good save there for Forrence. And the Highlanders taking exception to that last chop by the Thunderbirds, as both teams making line changes here for this draw. Another thank you to our silver sponsor, Steel Mac, and as well as the sponsor of the tournament so far is Home Hardware and the Mac Group out of Port Hawkesbury, Port Hood, and Waikakama. It's great to see the local companies supporting local hockey. And we ask you to support those companies as well. If you're a hockey fan, you want to see your local teams being supported. And that's one there, that draw by Broussard. Into the corner now, on the wall, chipped at there, taken back into the defensive area here by the Thunderbirds, off cross to Leard. Leard with it, holding on to it. Playing catch here in the neutral zone. Nice touch pass, one-handed there to Mitchell Young, but it looks like there's a penalty call. It's going to be a head contact, and it's our first power play of the game, brought to you by Route 19 Plumbing. So Thunderbirds going to the box here for a head contact. It's going to be Shediak serving the penalty, number 27, as he has to switch penalty boxes here. He went to the wrong side. So we'll be in the defensive end for the Thunderbirds here. So the first power play of the game goes to the Cabot Highlanders. Let's see what they can do with it. As they get started on the draw here, Aiden McDonald looking to win that back. Fired down the ice by the Thunderbirds to start things off on this penalty kill for them. McGinnis stepping out behind his own, going into the defensive end, drops it back. Broussard picking up speed, skating down the wing, skates on by, nice stick check there, and a chop back there as Davidson looks to take the body. Drop back Broussard, nice move to the inside, can't get the shot away, and it's fired down the ice by the Moncton defense. Stopped up by Forrence for his defense and McGinnis looking to reset the play. Minute 25 left to go on the man advantage. McGinnis steps wide, dumps it in. Davidson with a head of steam coming in behind the goal, trying to divert the goaltender. As that's off the boards and fired down the ice again by the Thunderbirds. Forrence stops it up. And one last rush here. Shouldn't say one last rush, just put a minute 5 left to go on the man advantage here as it's step by here by the Highlanders. The check there. Hard check by Davidson into the boards. That's going to be called here. And so now the Highlanders are going to go to the box for that body check. It looks like it might be a boarding call, as Aiden McDonald is going to serve that one. So power play nullified here. 53 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, followed by possibly a power play for the Thunderbirds for a minute and 7 seconds. If both teams can stay out of the box between those two occurrences, as we start this draw in the offensive zone here for the Thunderbirds. So a lot more time and space with that extra player off the ice for each team, and more time and space for skill and speed to work its magic on the ice in the form of these players. As here they come again. Do the Highlanders not trying to dance by there was Broussard, but he was stick checked, and now will come the Thunderbirds the other way. Holding on to the puck is Francis, skating wide, trying to dump it in off the glove of the defense in Oliver, as that's taken back in to neutral zone ice. Across to Francis now, number 19 of the Thunderbirds. Turning back now is the defense. Moving ahead with it at neutral zone ice. And they're offside at the blue line there as Beliveau across the line, but will be held back and out to neutral zone ice for this face-off. 12:54 remaining in the opening frame. Still 18 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left before we go on that Thunderbirds power play. Walsh on the draw on the neutral zone ice. Up against McGinnis. Wins the draw cleanly, does Walsh. Cross to Leard after that touch pass. He couldn't handle the pass, a little too hot, but he gets it in, gathers it in, and moves it across to McGillis, leading goal scorer here for the Thunderbirds. He lost control of it. McGinnis retrieving that, drops it back. Hard out there, McGinnis chipping it ahead. And a foot race forward here. We're back to the power play here for the Thunderbirds, brought to you by AB Mechanical. As we're in the offensive zone here, but taken away by the Thunderbirds. They look to exit and get things started on the power play. Just 55 seconds to go in the man advantage. Here they come up the ice. 3-on-3 action into the near side. LeBlanc holding on to it. Skates into the center of the ice area. Shot there, save made, and deflected wide by the goaltender Forrence. Into the far corner now. Saucer pass across. Nice one to McGillis. He holds on to it, slides it across. Gets it back. McGillis waiting. Slides it across. Shot there from distance, deflected wide, and fired around the boards by John Huey to McGinnis. Enough to get it down the ice as McGillis has to chase after here. Just 25 seconds left in the AV Mechanical power play for the Thunderbirds as LeBlanc skates it by into the center of the area. Shot there and a good save for Forrence. Just 13 seconds to go here in the man advantage. 11:42 left in the period. Offensive zone draw here. Young on the draw. Goal scorer for the Thunderbirds. He's got the lone goal in this hockey game thus far, and he's going to step up to the draw. One back to the point by him, and shot from distance, stick to side. With confidence there by Forrence. Back down low it goes, and shovel in front. A quick pad stop there. That was a difficult one to read as it coming by Broussard down the left wing side. Holding on to it, slides it in front. Another touch pass and a good stick check there on the back check by Young. Oh, and a hard hit in the corner there. Looking to exit the zone. Kept alive by Cabot. They dump it in and let's start the cycle play here. Try to take the Thunderbirds off the puck. Possibly force some turnovers here as they get a forecheck going in the offensive zone. Cleared to neutral zone ice. Held up the layer by McGinnis. He dumps it in and he goes after it on a forechecking maneuver. And that's taken away here. Beliveau dropping it back as the pressure by the Cabot forces the Thunderbirds to second guess their exit here as that one regrouped and Copage dumps it in around the boards. Dropped off and given away here. Nice move to get by. Beliveau moving in on the back end. One hands it to the goal and a great save by Forrence on an excellent effort there by Beliveau. And we're always glad to have you here for these hockey games, folks, at home and in person at the rink. We love to see attendance both in the streams and for the in-person games, as you like to support local hockey and these young players who can rise to the occasion. Any occasion calls for it, as there's no much higher level play for these young players than something like this Maritime Championship here, 2025 at this level, as that's taken on the point, trying to dump it in to the Highlanders, and that's moved ahead. Broussard on the back check, stopped up, fired off the boards. We're back to even strength, of course, here, folks, as Reddick tries to move it ahead there against LeBlanc. He's a little hit there and follows it up with a hard check in the corner. Here come Cabot, moving in wide. Nice spinorama move there by McDonald. He holds on to that puck on the backhand, protecting it, lowering the shoulder. Off the boards to get Campbell. Campbell back for him. And trying to make a move there was McDonald, but he's stripped to the puck. He gets it back. McDonald skating in, shoots it off the shoulder, it looked like, of the goaltender Zachary David, who's in goal to start for the Moncton Thunderbirds. Top goaltender, or excuse me, Jacob Plord in net here for the Thunderbirds, excuse me. As that's shoveled in again. Moved on to the top of the circle. Shot there. They score! It's McGinnis. Jake McGinnis, that is. Number 11, ripping it into the top corner for the Cabot Highlanders. They respond and tie the hockey game at 1 here in the first. Their first goal of this Maritime Hockey Championship 2025. And McDonald on the draw now once again. And here they come again. McGinnis dancing by. Leard with it now. Backing out towards, topped at the line and shoveled back into the zone. McDonald and Davidson with the assists. Davidson tripped up on the play there, looking for a call, but no call came as it's moved out here. Stopped up by McDonald, looking to dance at the line, but it's taken away here by the Thunderbirds now. Nice touch pass here for McGillis. Watch out, one-on-one, trying to dance, and he's checked off the puck there by the Cabot defense. Here they come again, turning with it there is Landry. Austin Landry off the boards around there for McClellan. William McClellan stopped up at the line by Shediak, who dumps it in. And a partial line change for the forwards of the Thunderbirds, as that's chopped it ahead. Stopped up here, and Landry gets a hold of it, slides it across to McGinnis. It's just out of his reach, and McGinnis follows it up by trying to dump it in here. Thunderbirds, saucer pass across to the defense. Looking for a clean exit here. Takes a funny hop there, and back out to McClellan. Just a little too hot for him to handle there. And Walsh gets a hold of it on the near wall. Boyd holding onto it. He shovels it back. Van de Velde. Off the boards to Walsh, off his skate. And a hard shot off the top area of the glass there. Gets by Boyd. He has to chase it down here. Out, across the backboards onto that right wing side. Again, another chip away to McClellan. Nice soft area pass. He gets by the defense, and he can't get a shot away here as they quickly pounce on that loose puck. Here they come Cabot the other way. Nice pass ahead to McClellan down the wing. Hard hit there behind the play. Another hard hit there just inside the blue line. That's it's chopped out there by Heb. Boudreau. LeBlanc back for Boudreau. Alex Boudreau up to the wing. Across there in the open area. And it's taken by Leard now. Back across the defense to Boudreau. Boudreau skating over the line. Shoots, and that's deflected into the netting for a stoppage in play. Offensive zone draw here for the Moncton Thunderbirds. Moving around to behind the goal. Daniel Landry fires it off the boards. Taken here by the Thunderbirds now. Spinning with it now off the boards. Past the skates of Boudreau and into the neutral zone ice. Moved across to Finney now. Finney looking for a tip in, but it's intercepted by John Hugh McGinnis. He dumps it in there for the Cabot Highlanders and goes for a skate on the forecheck here, looking to take his man off the puck. Good hit there in the corner. Looking to force a turnover out of them. And that's dumped back in. Taken here by the defense for the Thunderbirds. Is moved ahead by Kopaj. He finds loose man in Ward Levy. Ward Levy holding onto it, waits and shoots, and that's blocked by the defense. Turning with it, dumping it in here for the Thunderbirds. Back to the point, Ward Levy drops it off. Gets it back, holding onto it on the backhand. Slides the pass to the point. Chop shot there by Boudreau into the corner. Turning with it now is Kopaj. Pinned off the boards there by McGinnis, trying to get a hold of that puck and fight it loose. So there's going to be a penalty called on the play here, and it's a slashing call. So another power play here brought to you by Route 19 Plumbing as the Thunderbirds go to the box once again, this time for slashing. And so the Cabot Highlanders back on the power play. See if they can capitalize on this one as Davidson's on with McGinnis and McDonald. Broussard and Boyd at the points. 6 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Aiden McDonald on the draw in the offensive zone. Draw one there by Landry of the Thunderbirds. It's taken by the Highlanders. A shot there, quick one, and blocked by the defense. Out to the neutral zone to Boyd. Boyd turning with it, slides it across as McDonald turns with it. Aiden McDonald stepping into the neutral zone ice. Nice move to get by on the right-hand side. Drops the shoulder. Gets it to Davidson. Davidson holds on to it. Stops up, drops it there back to McDonald, who steps in, tries to look for a shooting lane, thinks wiser, drops it to Broussard. They switch positions here as Boyd gets a hold of it, slides it across to McDonald. McDonald on that right wing side, down low. In front of the net shot, what a save that was. Closing the 5-hole there for Plourde, but back on the point it goes again. Here come the Cabot Highlanders. 1:08 left to go on the man advantage. A quick shot there by Davidson is swallowed up by Plourde. And they get a whistle here and a line change to the Thunderbirds. John Hugh McGinnis coming on the ice here as well on defense, along with Broussard. One-time option on that right-hand side as that goes out to neutral zone ice, and McGinnis chasing down that loose puck. Looking to reset the play here. As here comes Broussard down the wing. Holding on to it, looking to set things up. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. Nice block there. Stepping into that shooting lane was Walsh. As McGinnis shimmy and shake in his own zone. Risky play, but he got it ahead there to McGinnis. Turning with it now. Johnny McGinnis steps by the defense, holds onto it, and just dumps it in to the corner. Hounded there by Walsh. Moved ahead around the corner. Just 20 seconds to go in the man advantage here for Cabot, and that's dumped out of the zone. Looks like they're going to be able to kill this one off for the Thunderbirds. One last outlet here for John Hugh McGinnis as he holds onto it behind his own goal. 4 seconds in. That'll do it here for the man advantage. Great kill of that penalty for the Thunderbirds. That's across the goal. Kopaj going back to the bench from the penalty box as that's taken here by McGinnis. He gets checked. Trying to drop it to King. It's taken away here by the Thunderbirds. Now comes Beliveau down the wing, trying to drop it back to LeBlanc. Gets it Beliveau, sliding it in front. Moves it across, backhand feed. A nice pass there, but it was just out of the reach of Beliveau. That was a tricky play to make there on the backhand. King moving in wide on the left-hand side. Quick shot is blocked. Followed up with a body check there, and a couple hacks and whacks after the whistle here. That's going to be called here. Looks like Vandeveld's going to get called for slashing on that retaliation. McGinnis drawing the penalty here as another power play here, this time brought to you by AB Mechanical, as the Cabot Highlanders are going to go back on the power play here. Pivotal moment in this first period of play. 3:30 left on the clock for the period. 2 minutes are on the board for the power play unit. They get that unit back on the ice here. This time going to switch it up with the other unit here as Reddick, Heb are on the ice. Heb centering this unit here as Boyd is on the point as well. And that's fired down the ice here to start things off for the Moncton Thunderbirds, as they get the things down the ice, have a confident penalty killing unit thus far in this hockey game. As here come the Highlanders now looking to get things started for their man advantage. They look good on that power play, but pass in front there, early half, and the Thunderbirds looking to kill that, most of it on that second half of the power play, keeping it out of their own zone as here they come again. Nice move to dance by, trying to get by the defense, and unable to capitalize there was LeBlanc, but he's hounding his man on the forecheck here. And against two Highlanders, and winning the puck possession battle here as he kills more time on the clock there. Just a minute 15 left to go in the man advantage now. Almost at the halfway point of the kill here for the Thunderbirds as that's moved ahead to Reddick. Have to dump it in here and get the cycle play going here for the Highlanders. Try to force a turnover. A nice clear there by the goaltender in Plord, who fires that down the ice. Putting his own stamp on this penalty kill as McGinnis behind his own goal. Holds onto it, drops it off for Broussard. Broussard down his off wing, holds on to that on the backhand. Chipping it by into the corner. Beliveau, bit of a head fake there, but Davidson gets a hold of it on the near corner. He's got Broussard to help him out. Trying to move that puck here, just 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. And the Thunderbirds just looking to hold that puck there, and that's going to be whistled down as they run unable to move it. 23 seconds left on the power play here for the Cabot Highlanders. Looking for them to make a quick play off the draw here, get possession, pressure, and a quick shot. Looking for a rebound possibly. Just a minute 52 remaining here in the opening frame. Taken here on the side, ripped down the ice once again by the Thunderbirds. Just 15 seconds to go here in the power play. As McGinnis steps into neutral zone ice, gathering speed, holds onto that puck. Looking to go end to end here, drops it off. Gets it back, McGinnis down low. Drop to Broussard. Broussard waits, fans on that pass, but he follows it up, gets possession here as Walsh takes him for a ride in the boards. Down the corner to Davidson. Davidson finding McDonald. Davidson holding on to it, back to McDonald. He's got McGinnis parked in front off the boards, held to the line there by Gillis. He tries to dump it in. Just a minute 10 left to go here in the opening frame. Holding on to it now. Nice move to get free by Davidson. He can't get the shot away though. Boyd on the point, holding that line. Fires it in, tipped on just into the blue paint, but not on goal. It's taken now by the Thunderbirds. Off exit down the ice. A collision with the boards there. Looked like a hard one, but Davidson doesn't seem too flustered over that as he gets right back into the play. It's often a nice young tap pass there ahead for LeBlanc down the wing. LeBlanc drops it back for Young. Young shot there towards the goal, sticked aside by Forrence. Off the wing side, hacked out of midair by Shediak and onto the stick of Boyd now holds on to it for Highlanders, and he chips it off the glass. Gets to it first, tries to slide an outlet pass to McGinnis, but that goes in deep once again. Fired up to neutral zone ice, taken by Shediak off his skate to Young, who dumps it in. Oliver on it now. Moving it around for Boyd. Just 12 seconds to go here in the period. They look to pin it on the wall and kill the clock here. Is looking to move that puck. And that'll do it here for this opening period. One after one. 10-9 of the shots in favor of the Moncton Thunderbirds after that period. We'll be back shortly for the second period of play, live from High Button Sports. And we're back for this second period of play here live from the Civic Center here in Port Hawkesbury. 1-1 after 1. Both goaltenders getting warmed up in their respective nets. Both number 29s. Jacob Plord for the Moncton Thunderbirds in one goal. Leo Forrance, number 29 for the Highlanders, in the other goal. We're going to get things started here at center ice. Meeting at center ice here for the second period of play. Off the draw, Young wins that draw back to start things off here for the Thunderbirds. Up off the boards and out and down the ice here is chased after here. It's going to be icing, the first call of this second period against the Thunderbirds here. So they'll have a face-off in their own zone to start things off here in this play. Face-off to the left of the goaltender, Jacob Plord. As McDonald steps up to the draw here. He wins it back there for Davidson, who chips it in. Off the boards, gets past Landry here in a foot race for it here. As Shediak looking to win that race. McGinnis gets there first, dumps it off the boards, trying to clear the zone. Aiden McDonald tied up there by Easton Ward-Levy. Off the boards, Boudreau looking to hold the line. It goes all the way down the ice, a foot race for it. Davidson getting his speed going, trying to beat that to the puck, and then McDonald intercepts that at neutral zone ice. Across to McGinnis. McGinnis moves it ahead for Davidson. He's going to have to get off the ice soon as he's at the end of a really hard shift of full-on effort skating as he tries to dangle by. He's still pumping those legs. Look at him go as he delivers a hit on Young and a hard one there on the boards as he goes into the far corner now. And Davidson's going to go to the bench after that. Good hard shift there for number 20 as that goes all the way down the ice here. And another icing here against Moncton Thunderbirds. Another offensive zone draw here as Broussard steps up to the plate. Number 72 for the Highlanders. And win it back there off the boards to Oliver on the point. Waits and shoots. Deflected and swallowed up there by Plord. No rebound. And a line change for this draw for the Thunderbirds. As it looks like the McGillis line is back on the ice here. Up against the Broussard line of the Highlanders. Draw one there by the Highlanders, but taken by Francis, trying to run by the boards. Deflected in front, a quick play. Batted out and into the corner by Plord, off the boards and down past the defense as Boyd is back there. McGillis up ahead of the play. McGillis looking to get in on the forecheck here, taken there and wrapped around the boards by Oliver as that's fired back in by Desjardins. Going to get a hold of it. Desjardins on the back end, dumps it in there for Moncton. Back there taken by the Highlanders, and out they come with it. Moving it out to Broussard. It went off his stick for a moment, a little too hot from the handle, but he works it by and dumps it off the boards. Pass to Boyd, who dumps that in for the Highlanders on the forecheck now. Trying to get that off the puck there is Reddick. Theo Reddick trying to dump it back. Mitchell's on ice. A good hard hit there on the wall. Reddick getting the better of his man, and Walsh, he goes down in the ice. Here they come again. Moncton a shot there, and a good pad save there for Forrance. But to be quick on that quick snapshot by LeBlanc. And now they come the other way again. Walsh can deliver a hit there. Goes into the corner. Francis on the back check. Trying to beat him to the puck there is Austin Landry, who takes him down to the ice with a good check. Into the corner it goes again. Highlanders looking to pass it in front to McGinnis. That goes all the way down. Watch out for McGillis. There's floating out behind the play. It gives the defense something to think about here, trying to create some more time and space for that zone exit. You always got to watch out for McGillis, who's streaking up there, and that's moved offside there for the Highlanders as we'll go back to neutral zone ice for this face-off. 17-14 left to go here in the second frame. Tight game so far. 1-1 is the score. Slight advantage in scoring chances in that first period by a hair for the Moncton Thunderbirds. we continue into the second period. They lead the shot clock at 11-10. So pretty close in shots towards the goal. And some good physical play as well. And Cabot having a slight advantage in that department by the hits that were thrown so far. As that's won here by the Thunderbirds. McGinnis trying to get in there on the forecheck and deliver a hit of his own as that's taken here on the near wall by McClellan trying to shovel it deep. Off the boards past Landry and down the ice it goes as McGinnis gets a hold of it here. John Hugh McGinnis, number 19 for the Cabot Highlanders, fires that off the boards all the way down. Gets past the defense, no icing there. As that's here taken by the defense of the Thunderbirds. Back on the backboards, good aggressive forecheck here for the Highlanders looking to force some turnovers. Dumped in by McGinnis. Into the corner from McClellan. On the puck in the far corner, tries to dump it around behind, get a cycle play going, but it's taken now. Good, McGinnis there on the forecheck there. That's Jack McGinnis, number 2 of the Cabot Highlanders, is taken now, dumped back in by Landry. In behind the goal, Pord stops it up for his defense. Holding on to that puck, back into the near corner, taken by Oliver on the point. Good stick check there by Beliveau on the back check. He took his man off the puck in Oliver, and now it's back into the zone here for Cabot. Giveaway here, and an opportunity there almost for McHattie into the center of the ice area. King trying to follow that up. Out to the zone ice again, fired back in there by the Moncton Thunderbirds, and they get a line change here, a much needed one as Cabot was on them here in the start this second period of play. Leard across to the defense. Boudreau backhands it free, taken here by the Cabot Highlanders and dumped back in there. But to get that puck first, block those passing lanes, get a turnover and dump it in and start hounding them on that forecheck here. As King gets a hold of it, drops it off. In front of the net, shot there by McHattie, stopped in front. Followed up here, spinning shot there. And unable to get it through. Drop back off to King. Nice move by King. He's tripped up there on the play, looking for a call. He's going to get it. And that's an interference call, and it's going to go against the Thunderbirds. So another power play here brought to you by Route 19 Plumbing. As the Highlanders will be back on the power play here. As Cale Leard goes to the box here for Moncton. So face off in the offensive zone here for Cabot. Extra attacker. 5-on-4. Not quite extra when it's the amount of players on the ice. As it's taken here, shot there, deflected. For that back end, score on the rebound. And the Highlanders take the lead here in the second on the power play. Just 6 seconds into the man advantage. As Davidson pots that rebound home and gets the crowd involved in the game here. As AC/DC, long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Back on the stereo here. Quite a goal song here for the Cabot Highlanders. I'm digging it myself, I have to say. It's got to be the Highlanders if it's got bagpipes in the song for sure. As that's one there for the Highlanders. They look to get things started again. As that's tipped in here by Shediak. Out behind the goal. Campbell on it. Dumps it around for Landry. McGinnis. Across. Boudreau holding on to that at the point. Tries a shot there. That's blocked by Landry. McGinnis and Broussard getting the assists on the Davidson goal. As he looks to hunt for some body checking again there. Is taken here, backhanded free. Shot there, deflected, a quick pad save there for Forrence. He had to be quick on that one. Another shot there from distance. Davidson fires it off the glass and into the Thunderbirds bench for a stoppage in play. And once again, a thank you to the official game sponsor, Maple Signs and Engraving, supporting local hockey. These companies here that sponsor this event, we thank you very much for your contributions. And we start off with a offensive zone face-off here for this play for the Moncton Thunderbirds. Off the boards there, taken by Bowie, given up to McGillis. He slides it across for Landry, who holds it on the, gets checked there. Couldn't get it deep there for the Thunderbirds as that's off the wall here. Out they come again. Bowie along to Broussard on the wing. Holding on to it. stops up a quick play. He almost lost his footing there, as he's lost his stick as well, and that goes out there to neutral zone ice. A foot race for it as McGinnis gets back in time, holding on to it. He's got some space and some time, but he's got to watch out for McGillis behind him there, as that's moved across to Heb rather. Gets it ahead. Francis on the back check, and that's going to be a icing here against the Highlanders. 13:44 left to play here in the second period. Another offensive zone draw here for the Thunderbirds. As it looks like Landry's going to step up to the draw here. Trying to win it back. Nice draw win there for McGinnis. Gets it back to the defense, and Heb. Lead pass there for Jack McGinnis, but it gets by him here. Shoveled ahead to McGillis. 56 points in the regular season for McGillis, leading all players in the U16 league here, both New Brunswick, PEI, and Nova Scotia. As that quick shot was blockered into the netting by Forrence for another whistle here. Offensive zone face-off here. Landry on the draw once again. He's got McGillis parked out on the side. Lear dumps it in around the boards. Landry on it. Trying a quick pass there off the backboard, but it's taken now. Moved out by Heb. Jacob Heb down the wing side. Tried to fluster the defense there with a couple of stick moves and a head fake, but it goes around to McGinnis now. Trying to slide it ahead. Nice intercept there. As out come the Thunderbirds, sliding a pass across, looking for McGillis, but it's taken here by Oliver now. Moves it across. Heb trying to receive that, and he goes in to help out in the corner as Oliver moves it across the backboard, and Leard on the intercept here on the neutral zone ice. Good aggressive forecheck by Cabot, looking to force those turnovers, but nice touch play there by the Thunderbirds under pressure, get it in deep here around the boards. Brett Boyd looking to get out with it. McClellan on it, sweeps it across to Broussard on his back end. McCaddy goes to the front of the net. A quick shot there, looking for a tip there from McCaddy, who was streaking in front, and Campbell trying to chip it in. Nice intercept there, is taken down to the ice. Fans looking for a call there. They're not going to get one, as that's moved across here to Landry once again. Or Zvandeveld rather. Zvandeveld skates in, dumps it in there for the Thunderbirds. They look to get their own cycle play going as Belleville looks to pinch that on the wall. LeBlanc there to help him out. Trying to sweep it in front. Kopach trying to bat that one down. It's taken by Campbell, moved ahead. And a touch play out to the zone. King chasing after it here for the Highlanders, and a good play there defensively by the Thunderbirds. Breaks that up as the Highlanders go for a line change here. Boudreau skating up the left wing side, trying to slide a pass through. King intercepts that and fires it off the wall. All the way to McGinnis. Down the wing. Drag move by McGinnis. Nice move to get by. Holding on to it. Sliding in front of that. Shot, save, made, rebound. And it's waved off. The net was off the moorings here as Davidson got the rebound, put it in the net. But the goaltender had taken the net off the moorings with the left pad to slide over to try to make the save. And the Highlanders don't like the call there, as the net was off the moorings before it went in the back. And what a move that was by McGinnis to get in free and slide it over to Davidson, looking for a second of the game, but wouldn't happen that time. As Davidson's parked on the top of the circle again after that draw, and McDonald unable to win it to him as McGinnis follows up with a hit there in the corner. Shoveled around the boards there, looking to chop at it with John Hugh McGinnis on the forecheck. Taken away by the Thunderbirds. Here they come in a 2-on-1 the other way. A pass in front of the net, backhand shot, what a save made! Unbelievable stop there by Leo Forrence, coming across with the pad and shutting the door on the Thunderbirds there. What a quick play there, 2-on-1. What an opportunity that was. And 11:11 is on the clock here for the second period of play. If you want to make a wish for who to win, you can make it now. In the offensive zone, LeBlanc. on the draw here for the Thunderbirds. That goes by Francis on the blue line, trying to move it ahead. Nice intercept there by the Highlanders. Moving ahead with it is McGinnis now, holding on to that puck. Number 11, McGinnis, skating in. Jake McGinnis, that is. Taken there by McDonald, who rips a shot there, short side off the deflection, goes wide. Davidson looking to follow it up here. He tries to shovel it deep, but didn't get solid one on it. Intercepted by McGinnis there. Slides a pass in the soft area, backhand shot, save made. What an opportunity that was for the Highlanders, looking to capitalize on these turnovers. And a chop shot goes into the Highlanders bench there as Cabot starting to push the play here in the second period of play. They got the lead now at a 2-1 lead here, but not looking to take their foot off the gas. Plenty of hockey left to play. And if you're a team with the lead, you want to just extend it, not just defend it. As Broussard on the draw. Backhanded free into the corner as it's chopped off the boards. Bowie gets it ahead. They're looking for Broussard, but that's moved back to Oliver, holding on to it. Hounded there by LeBlanc, looks to chop at it. Good battles here in this game at every movement of the puck. There seems to be a physical play, a stick battle. No one's letting up on their intensity level here in this one as that shot is blocked. Another penalty coming up, a cross-checking penalty. And it looks like, see where it's going to go to. It's going to go to the Thunderbirds. So another power play, this time brought to you by AB Mechanical, as the captain of the Thunderbirds goes to the box here. And with some choice words for the official there as he gets to the penalty box. It's LeBlanc in the box here, number 17. So another golden opportunity here for the Highlanders with 10-11 left to play here in the second. 2 minutes on the clock for the power play. Back on the ice, a clean win there. Onto the point to Boyd. Boyd holds onto it, drags it to the backhand, stops up, holds onto it again. Protecting the puck, sliding it across. Shot there from distance, off the glove and wide. Another chance in front here as Theoretic takes it behind and into the corner. Switching positions there with the point man. Dropping it, shot there, block it aside there. Good shot through a screen there. As here comes Aiden Bowie with it now, moving it aside for Reddick. Reddick with a stick check, trying to take him off the puck. Shot there, down the ice by the Thunderbirds. As they get it all the way down forward, stopping it up behind the goal for Boyd. Aggressive forecheck by Walsh, trying to move behind the goal and stick check his way to the hockey puck as that's moved out by Boyd. He comes out down the ice with it. Or Heb, rather. Heb down the wing, holding on to it on the right-hand side. Shot there, he scores! Jacob Heb, a shot. He saw the goaltender cheating for the pass, and he snuck it short side glove. And the Highlanders take the lead by 2 at 3-1 here at 9:23 in the second period of play. What a smart play by Heb there. Waiting for the goaltender to read that pass and seeing that opening, he fired it glove side and he caught it on the net. So advantage for the blue team here as trying to keep this Thunderbirds team on the back foot of the Highlanders now as just heading over that second half of the hockey game here as we pass the 10-minute mark of the second period of play. And Davidson and Reddick with the assists there, so Davidson getting another point on the evening here for this goal as McGinnis steps behind the goal. Moving it ahead, looking for Heb there on this Vandeveld. Taken here by the Highlanders, 2-on-1 the other way. Backhand feed in front of the net, shot, and a great save there by Plourde on a quick play. Onto the boards, Beliveau holding onto it. Onto the right wing side, holding onto it, sliding it across to Beliveau, waits and shoots, and a great save there once again for Florence, who covers, and an offensive zone faceoff coming here for the Thunderbirds. There's a lot of momentum swings in this game, and right now the Highlanders are having a swing in their favor of those last two goals. We'll see what the Thunderbirds can do in response in this second half of the hockey game as It's hard to turn it around in one period when you're on the back foot. But hopefully they can do a little less damage moving into that third period. There's a shot. There's whistles on the outside of the net here as it's chipped ahead by the Highlanders. Not out of the zone yet, though. There's a hit on Copage there. Fans in attendance looking for a call there on that hit. They're not going to get one as McGillis holds it just inside the blue line. Moving it across, looking for Copage. Another hit there by Davidson. He's been on the hunt for some hits all night as he gets a hold of it now again. Davidson wheeling up the neutral zone ice, chips it in, moves by a check and skates after it to the corner. Davidson, hard hit there, trying to take his man off the puck. McGinnis follows it up, slides it in front through the blue paint, but nobody was there as McDonald picks it up on the other side. Hit by Finney. Nice drag move by McDonald, holding on to the puck. Holds on to it, drops it off there for McGinnis in the corner. McGinnis stops up, nice couple shimmy and shake there behind the goal. Waits, McGinnis shoots, save made there, point blank by Pleward and down the ice it goes. And that's going to be icing here against the Thunderbirds with 7:08 left to play here in the second. Once again, a thank you to Maple Signs and Engraving for sponsoring this game. I'd like to show our support for the local companies that like to support hockey. And this wouldn't be possible without all our sponsors here. As off the draw, Broussard looking to get a hold of it off the face-off. Chipped ahead, taken by Broussard, fired off and blocked in front. That's moved out. Oliver trying to stop it up. Here taken by the Highlanders, now moved ahead again as that's off the boards. Oliver moves it across. Chipped in there the zone, stopped up by the goaltender and Pleward as he gets a whistle here for his team. So once again, another thank you to silver sponsor Steel Mac and the presenting sponsor of the tournament as well, and Home Hardware and the Mac Group from Port Hawkesbury, Port Hood, and Waikagama for supporting local hockey and this tournament, which has drawn quite a crowd here this evening. Broussard off that draw. Taken in the corner. Held at the line by Oliver on the reception there. Dumps it in for the Highlanders. Highlanders looking to shut down those passing lanes for Moncton, who've had quite a few chances in that first period. Looking to shut them down here in the second and capitalize off those turnovers. As they got that aggressive forecheck going once again. As here come Moncton the other way though. Moving wide. Nice move by LeBlanc. Skating in, waits and shoots. It just past the glove side. And a quick shot there from the outside. Good hard hit in the corner there. Now Moncton looking to deliver the body. Body's flying everywhere here as Francis goes down. Is this going to be a penalty call in the play here? It's a holding call. And it looks like it's going against the Cabot Highlanders. So another power play here. This time brought to you by Route 19 Plumbing. It's going to be a Thunderbirds power play. So an opportunity for them to cut the lead down to 1 here in the second. This could be a big momentum swing here in this contest. Still 6:08 left on the clock in the second. If they can go into that intermission at least down by a goal rather than 2, it's going to be pay dividends here in the confidence level of Moncton going forward into that third period of play. McGillis on the draw, top scorer, wins that draw onto the point to Leard. Moves it across. Back around the boards it goes. LeBlanc retrieving that here for the Thunderbirds. Holding on to it, drops it off. Looking to take their time in setting up this power play. They still have plenty of time left to work here. It's just starting as Leard fires it into the zone. Minute 35 on the clock for the man advantage. Chipped ahead. Backhand free by LeBlanc. On the backhand. Turning with it, dropping it off to McGillis. McGillis looks for a passing lane option. Touches up with Shediak. McGillis passing it free, open net shot. Behind the goal. Holding on to it out in front of net. Another shot by Shediak. That sails over the goal. Back onto the point it goes. Leard moves it across from McGillis. Waits, shoots off the stick of Forrance and moved wide. And a head contact penalty coming here. And it looks like it's going against the Thunderbirds here. So power play nullified. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for another minute and 6. There's not a good penalty to take here for the Thunderbirds. As we'll go back down to the defensive end here for the Thunderbirds for this draw. 5:14 left in the second period of play. Minute 6 potentially of 4-on-4 action as McDonald steps up to the draw. A lot more time and space for these skilled players as Boudreau stops up behind the goal. Holds onto the puck, slides it across, and onto the left-hand side for Limburner. Limburner tries to dance on by the Cabot defense, taken by Landry, rips it, a good pad save there for Florence. Another shot there blocked in front by Campbell. He looks to clear, steps to the side there for McDonald. McDonald skinning up ahead, Webb on it, or Heb rather, trying to receive that pass. It goes by him and behind him a little bit. He follows it up on the forecheck, trying to strip his man to the puck. Boudreau turning with it, holding on to the puck, number 24 for the Thunderbirds. Good intercept there. Broussard tries to kick it ahead. Hard hit there by Heb. The follow through, taken now by the Thunderbirds, moving out with numbers here. Could be a 3-on-2. Limburner moves to the high man and Landry. Holds onto it, shoots, and that goes wide of that blocker side and out to neutral zone ice. Oh, excuse me, it's kept alive there by Landry. He held the line. And now taken by the Highlanders. We're back to a power play here. Brought to you by AB Mechanical as Campbell moves it across. And now the Highlanders on the man advantage here for 40 seconds or so. As out comes McDonald down the wing. Holding onto it, dumping it free there for McGinnis in the corner. He's already got a goal in this contest. McGinnis holding onto it on the backhand, looking to drag it to himself there one-handed, but it's taken out and down the ice once again for the Thunderbirds. Plourde stops it up for McGinnis. John Hugh McGinnis behind the goal, number 19. Skates up, holding onto that puck. Dangles free. McGinnis with some nice shimmy and shake there. Holds onto the puck. On the back end, went to the net. Shot off the mask of Plourde in the neck. Off the moorings once again here. And another stoppage in play. Jacob Plourde on the draw, to the left of Jacob Plourde, the draw rather, excuse me. I got to shout out to my man, the DJ in the box here. He's putting together a heck of a playlist for this game. Sometimes you just want these tunes to continue going through the whistles. As Landry gets a hold of it, moves wide. Shot there off the goal post, the outside of the post rather. Spin around shot in front of the net, rebound chance. That's off a pad and wide. Broussard on it now. Back in the corner it goes, moved aside. Hard hit there in the corner by Young. As it's back here, taken by Bowie. On the wing there is Broussard once again. Good aggressive forecheck on display once again for the Cabot Highlanders as they force those turnovers, get that loose puck and fire it back into the offensive zone to intimidate the Thunderbirds once again on this forecheck, taking off the puck again. Move to the side there, chip back alive. Taken here. Shot there, a quick one and a hard shot there, but wide by Reddick. As he got a heck of a shot off there. Francis on it. Moving it around the boards, gets past into neutral zone ice. Shot there, deflected into the netting for a stoppage in play with 2:18 remaining here in the second period of play. Kogan LeBlanc on the draw here for the Thunderbirds. Tried a shot off that draw, taken here wide. Moved to the near corner. Crossed his Vandevelde on the point, tipped by his own man. And that goes off the pad of Florence. Leard holding that line for the Thunderbirds. On the backhand here is LeBlanc. Holds onto it, waits, shoots off the glove. It bounces on top of the net and falls behind. What a interesting play that was. As sometimes you see that happen and you hold your breath there for a moment if you're the defending team, as it can easily fall off the goaltender's back and into the net on a funny deflection, as that's moved ahead here by Cabot. But now Moncton looking to enforce their will here near the close of the second period of play. It'll make all the difference for them if they can get one in the back of the net before that second intermission. Makes it a little easier on the head to go into that third period just down a goal than two. Limburner holding on to it on that near side. Number 13 for the The Thunderbirds chipped ahead there by Beliveau. Can't get by the defense though. It's held there by the Cabot Highlanders and fired off the ball to McGinnis. McGinnis holding on the backhand. Moves it free there for McDonald. He chips it ahead. Nice move there, taken here by McDonald. Moves it ahead for Davidson. Speedy Davidson out in front of the net to McDonald. He moves out behind. Working in the near corner, avoids a hit, holds on to the puck. Backhands it free for Davidson, who takes a check there and knocked off the puck. It's Vandevelde looking to clear, taken by Davidson as two number 20s come together. And that's going to be called here. Not sure what the call is going to be. And it's going to be a head contacting penalty, and Davidson protesting the call. He's going to go to the box here, and this Route 19 plumbing power play here is going to go to the Moncton Thunderbirds. As both the players met there for a hit, and Highlanders disagreeing with the call, but either way they're going to have to kill off a 2-minute penalty here. 44 seconds left in the second period of play. And the top line here for the power play unit on for the Thunderbirds. Shot there is blocked in front, taken by McGillis now. 30 seconds to go in the second. McGillis on the point. Waits, turns with it, switches positions with LeBlanc for that one-time option. LeBlanc, he switches positions with Leard. Turning with it is LeBlanc, skating free in the center of the ice area, looking to box him out of the Highlanders. He moves wide, just 13 seconds to go here in the period. Skating in circle here. LeBlanc waits and shoots. Off a deflection, goes wide. Walsh on the back end. Off the boards, taken there, but intercepted by the Thunderbirds. That'll do it here. And Walsh and McGinnis coming together at the end of the period for some jostling and choice words as the Cabot Highlanders take a 3-1 lead into the third period of play. And after this short intermission, we will be back for the third period of play here live from the Civic Center in Port Hawkesbury, brought to you by High Button Sports. Stay tuned. And we are back live from the Port Hawkesbury Civic Center for this third period of play between the Cabot Highlanders and the Moncton Thunderbirds. Both teams looking for their first win of the Maritime Championships here. Second day. As that draw, McGinnis on the draw trying to work that puck free. It's taken here by the Thunderbirds. They're still on the power play here to start the third period. All across to LeBlanc, moving it ahead here as McGillis steps in over the blue line, trying to get it past McClellan. Landry on the follow through. LeBlanc works it free behind the goal. Off the boards to the point. Moves it across here. Leard on the point. Holding on to that puck, slides it across from McGillis. McGillis holding on to it, waits. Dangles by, and good stick check there for Zach Oliver as he cleared it. Not quite though, it's kept along the blue line. Moved across here to the point. LeBlanc turning with it. On to McGillis. 25 seconds to go, the man advantage. Shot there from the point. Deflected into the belly of Forrence, who made the save here and gets the whistle for the Highlanders. There's 24 seconds left here in the AB Mechanical power play. As on the draw is McGillis, or Landry rather, gets it to the point. LeBlanc holding on to it. Fires a shot from distance off the back of Walsh in front of the net. Looking to clear there, the Highlanders onto the corner here. Onto the point to Leard. Across to LeBlanc. LeBlanc holding on to it, looking for a tip there. A good pad save there for Forrence. It looks like there's a delayed penalty coming out. It's going to go to the Cabot Highlanders once again here. As Austin Landry, the captain, goes to the box here. As we're back to the power play here, brought to you by AB Mechanical. And it's a 7-second 5-on-3 here. Will soon be a 5-on-4. If they don't score right off the draw, that is. That's taken here off the draw onto the point. Moved across as Vandevelde rips a shot. Great pad save there. Another pass in front of the backhand. That goes wide. Davidson back on the ice. 5-on-4 starting now as minute 49 left in that as the Highlanders are going to have to kill another one off here. Moved across here to Beliveau. Beliveau skating wide, holding on to that puck. Moving into the offensive zone, waits and fires it in. That's behind the goal, fired around the boards here. Stopped up by Vandevelde on the point. Moving it across here on the power play. Boudreau slides it ahead here for the Thunderbirds. Fired shot there from a distance. That was deflected into the glass and on the near wall. Out and down the ice it goes here for the Highlanders. Stopped up by Plourde behind his own goal. Boudreau with him. Davidson trying to confuse the defense here of the Thunderbirds as he gets in the forecheck. Goes for a line change here as that puck moved ahead to Beliveau. Or Boudreau rather. Gets it ahead to Walsh, and that's stopped up at the blue line by McGillis. 55 seconds left to go here in the second power play of the period. Shot there by McGillis, deflected in front of the net. Taken free now again by the Thunderbirds. Moved across there for LeBlanc. LeBlanc holding on to it. Skates behind the goal, waits, slides it across there. Across to McGillis. McGillis on that right-hand point position. Moves it down low. Nice area pass. Pass back in front there. Goes through everybody and it's chopped out here. Could be a 2-on-1 for the Highlanders the other way. McDonald. Moving wide. Waits. Tries a shot there. A good block there for Boudreau. He's got a man parked in front. And McClellan can't get it to him here. As now out come the Thunderbirds the other way. LeBlanc on the wing waiting for a pass, but it's carried out by McGillis. Holding on to it. Steps by and taken for a ride into the boards there by Landry, who took the body on the leading goal scorer for the Moncton Thunderbirds. Leard on the wall, firing it across to the point position. Fired by LeBlanc into the glove of Forrence. And that'll do it for the power play here. We're back to even strength for this face-off as both teams get their new units on the ice for this draw. Once again, another thank you to Maple Signs and Engravings for this game here, brought to you live from High Button Sports, as a draw one there for the Moncton Thunderbirds, as taken out of the zone now by Landry, moving it across the blue line, trying to get a hold of that puck. It's loose and fired back in there by Heb in combination with Austin Landry, the captain, who's back on the ice after serving that penalty. Off the boards, past the defense, and Campbell. Foot race forward here as Young tries to get ahead of the play. Good back check there for Landry, the captain, showing his defensive chops there on that back checking effort. Onto the point now for the Thunderbirds. Fired shot from distance there, deflected wide. As it's taken on the wall here by McGinnis and chipped ahead for Landry. Landry behind the goal, fires it off the boards, taken by Hebb. Hebb moves it across. Limburner on that, taken here by Young. Back to the defense with a good forecheck here as McGinnis is in behind the defense. Trying to get that puck loose, taken by King. Back to McGinnis. Tapping for that pass in front and can't get it to him in time as Jacob Hebb was waiting in front of the net for that pass. Onto the center ice area here. Hebb, nice drag move to himself. He gets across. Line change here for the Highlanders. Moved it back to the defense here as off the boards from Zach Oliver out to center ice area. Taken back in by the Thunderbirds. Moved across now. Out comes Reddick. Theo Reddick down the left wing side, holding on to it, waits, drag, move nice to inside, shot in front, and a great pad save there by the Moncton Thunderbirds goaltender as the net looked to have been off the moorings for a moment there. Another shot there as Broussard rather, got that shot away, and another pad save. Glove down that time, of course, by Jacob Plord. Shots are now 24-23 in favor of the Moncton Thunderbirds to start this contest. Shot there, stopped in front, Finney on it. Backhands it free to Belleville. Belleville lead pass for Copage behind the defense. LeBlanc trying to follow through. He gets it in. Not deep enough though, as taken by Boyd and moved across to the defensive partner. Cabot Highlanders outlet pass there, looking for Broussard down the wing. Holds on to it, tries to drag it, and it's taken away here and moved out to neutral zone ice. Chopped back in there by Boyd off the stick of Plord. He gets it onto the defense. Moved across to Finney. Ahead to Copage, chipped ahead. Nice touch pass there as here comes Belleville trying to dance by the defense. Good back check there by John Hume McGinnis as it's moved ahead to Broussard now. 1-on-3. Broussard fires it in. Smart play there. Gets a line change here. Fresh legs on the ice for the Highlanders. Looking to force that offense with tired legs. It's moved across there to Finney. Finney moving it ahead. LeBlanc skates in wide. Tries to chip it ahead there. John Hume McGinnis chops it ahead. Taking here and a shot there just wide of that glove inside. Looking for a low glove side shot there, but it went wide of that goalpost as it's moved ahead here by the Highlanders out to neutral zone ice. LeBlanc holding on to it, fires it back in. And now welcome the Highlanders again. The defense moving it up to Davidson. As Landry skates up to join the play. Takes his position on the point there as Davidson skates in on the offense. Moves it wide, shoveled across and past the defense of McGinnis, who fires it back in here for the Highlanders. Icing waved off here as it's taken by the Thunderbirds. Moved to the wide side as LeBlanc skates ahead. LeBlanc skating down the wing, number 17, holding on to it, trying to screen shot there, blocked by McGinnis into the corner. He takes him for a ride. Walsh in the corner. Gets it to McGillis. McGillis onto the point. Kept alive here, moved across as Vandeveld. Vandeveld shoots from distance and a great glove save for Forrence, who saw it all the way and makes the save and gets the whistle here for his team. LeBlanc on the draw. Up against McGinnis, all the way to the goal, and a quick cover there for Forrence. LeBlanc on the draw once again on the left-hand side of the offensive zone. Wins it back. McGillis waits and shoots, and a great pad save by Forrence. A rebound chance covered up. Great rebound control by the Cabot Highlanders goaltender. They're not going too far away from the body once he makes that save, covering it up quickly and not allowing too many secondary scoring chances here for this Moncton Thunderbirds team as the next faceoff coming up to his left. That's moved up behind the goal. Campbell trying to get on it. It's taken by Landry. Rimmed around the boards on the near side. Chopped up by Davidson. Great outlet pass there by McDonald. Moving ahead is McGinnis down the wing. One hands it towards the goal, and he's hooked on the way. And he's going to draw a penalty here. It's going to be a holding call. This time, the penalty is going to the Thunderbirds, to the Cabot Highlanders on the power play here for the next 2 minutes. Some whistles being blown here as well, as there's going to be another penalty called, this time to the Highlanders, so the power play will be mitigated here as Davidson's going to go to the box. So cancel that power play. And some kids getting over, jawing with the player in the box there, the intimidation factor of the hometown fans here for the Thunderbirds team here as they set up in the offensive zone. 5-on-5, coincidental minors. As that draw one to the point. Shediak trying to get it. Held by Leard. Off the boards, kept alive there by McHattie. Dropping it back. And now here come the Thunderbirds the other way. It's dumped in there by Limburner. He gets it in deep, held there by Boyd behind his own goal. Trying for an outlet pass there from McClellan. McClellan off the boards, gets it past. Just out of the reach there of McHattie on the forecheck. Limburner holding onto it. Moved it across here, and out come the Thunderbirds the other way, dropping it back off a skate and back into the offensive zone here. Retrieving it there is Boyd. High riser of a shot into the netting for a stoppage in play. So another offensive zone face-off here for the Moncton Thunderbirds. 12:08 left to play in the third. Draw one there by Broussard into the corner. Good battle for it off the draw for the Thunderbirds, trying to look at that loose puck, trying to shovel it in front. There was McGillis. And back in the corner it goes as McGinnis battles with McGillis. Francis chopped at there by Reddick. Out to neutral zone ice. He gets on that forecheck, and Walsh fires it back in here for the Thunderbirds. They're going to get that cycle play going. McGillis after on the forecheck. Stops it up against Reddick. And that's covered by Florence once again as the Thunderbirds start to buzz in the offensive zone. Plenty of hockey left to play. A 3-1 lead for the Cabot Highlanders. LeBlanc on that faceoff. Draw one by the Highlanders, back to the defensive position here as they look to clear off the boards and can't get it out of their own zone here. It's good forechecking pressure there by the Thunderbirds. Finally get it out to neutral zone ice here as Cabot chases after it. Trying to get on it is Bowie. Can't get it ahead. Reddick trying to chip it by, and out comes LeBlanc with it. Could be a 3-on-2 the other way. Dropping it back to Walsh. Walsh across with a quick pass all the way across the ice, but that went behind the play. Following it up, pass in front of the net. Chance in front, drag move, save, made rebound, chance in front. Loose in front, and a great paddle save there for Florence. There's a hard hit there on the wall, and that's going to be called here. As Finney's shaken up on the play. And Bowie goes to the box here. And a power play here brought to you by Route 19 Plumbing. And it's going to go for the Thunderbirds here. And it's a boarding call. And there's going to be a timeout here for the Moncton Thunderbirds as a pivotal moment here for them. And we're back. 11:05 left to play in the third. 2-minute boarding call here against the Highlanders. See if the Moncton Thunderbirds can make them pay here. On one to the point there for the Thunderbirds. I'll cross to LeBlanc. LeBlanc holds on to it. Slides it across. Playing catch there with McGillis, or Leard rather, up behind the goal. Landry chops it off the glass into the near corner. LeBlanc holding that. Takes it wide. Trying to stick handle past Landry. Holds on to one on the backhand. Circling onto the point. Drops it to Leard. Leard skating in, waits and shoots, and a glove save there for Forrence. Gets the whistle here for the Highlanders. 10:33 left to go here in the third. 1:29 left, the man advantage for the Thunderbirds. Draw one cleanly by the Thunderbirds to the point of Leard. Across to LeBlanc, skating in, waiting, drag move, a shot that's blocked in front. Another shot there, it's blocked as well by the Cabot defense and moved out to the neutral zone ice. Foot race forward here as McGinnis looks to get ahead of Leard. Trying to stop it up, takes a hold of it in the corner. Short-handed, McGinnis turning wide. He's checked into the boards and knocked off the puck. But it gets free to Jack McGinnis, across to John Hugh McGinnis, who fires it off. The three McGinnises here on the ice here for this penalty kill. Showing their hockey prowess as a family here. That's fired a shot there, patted aside into the corner. And that goes down. Leard on it. Moving it across. Ahead to McGillis. McGillis skating through neutral zone ice. Stops up. Waits for passing options to develop here. Slides it onto the point of LeBlanc. LeBlanc waits, shot there, sticked into the netting there by Forrence. And a defensive zone face-off here for the Cabot Highlanders. 9:30 left to go here in the third period of play. Face-off taking place to the left of the goaltender, Leo Forrence. 26 seconds left in the power play. On to the point to Finney. Finney holding on, waiting, shooting, and a good blocker save for Forrence. If he sees it, he's going to stop it. They got to take the eyes away from Forrence here with some shots on the point, bodies in front if they're looking to get the puck past him here in the third. Still 3-1 is the score. Pass over that shot there, and that's a good opportunity there. Generating some scoring opportunities on point-blank range as LeBlanc came in for that one-time opportunity. Finney holding on to it, fires it back there into the defensive end for the Highlanders as they get a hold of it. Here they come again. Landry down the right wing, or left wing side rather. Dumps it in, gets to that puck first. Look at that bee sting hit. A la Subban as that's fired on and swallowed up by Plourde. As Finney took a hit there in between the hash marks. 8:44 left to go here. Even strength hockey here, 5-on-5. Broussard trying to win that draw, fired off the boards, held at the line. Moved ahead here, come again to the Highlanders. Broussard looking for the lead pass. Reddick shot there, got it free there too. A chance for Bowie, couldn't get the shot away. Bowie on the follow through. Holding on to one of the boards, moving to the point, and out there it goes to Capage. Capage down the right wing side in the center of the ice. Shot there, deflected by the defensive Boyd into the glove of Forrence, who gets the whistle here. 8:16 left to play. Pressure starting to mount as these seconds and minutes tick away here for the Thunderbirds. Still 8:16 left to play and just 2 goals to score if they want to tie this hockey game. That draw one there by the Highlanders, but good forechecking there for the Thunderbirds, trying to get that puck loose off the boards. Moved by Francis. Here's an opportunity, skating wide there. Trying to drop it back to Young, and back it goes into the below the goal line there as Cabot Highlanders looking to clear. Taken by Young on the intercept, but Reddick got it ahead, that's fired into the glove once again of Forrence, and Not able to get too many scoring opportunities in close are the Thunderbirds, as Cabot keeping them outside, forcing Thunderbirds to take shots from far out, and you got to get into those eyes, into those shooting lanes to try to block the eyes of Forents if you want those long distance shots to hit pay dirt. And Cabot doing a good job of keeping the traffic away from that middle position for Forents. As he's able to see it, he's going to stop it as that's moved in the offensive zone once again. Campbell chasing it down here on the defense, trying to drop it off to Davidson on the boards. LeBlanc turning with it. Stick check by McGinnis. Here comes Francis now, dropping it off for Walsh. Walsh skates in on the right-hand side, drops it off for McGillis. McGillis waits, shoots, and a glove save for Forents. And that quick shot by the leading goal scorer of the U16 AAA Maritime League. McGillis on the draw. Wins it back. LeBlanc fires a shot that's blocked in front. Another shot there, stopped by Forents. Moncton throwing everything they can at the goaltender here. 38 shots put on so far in the game. McGillis on the draw once again. Win it back, and that's in between the defense and down the ice as Francis has to make chase after it. Davidson with a head of steam moving in the corner. Can't follow through on the hit. It's taken in. Put in front of McDonald. Rips a shot there. Gloved down by Plourde as he gets the whistle here. Offensive zone face-off here for the Highlanders. 7:05 left to play in the third. McDonald on the draw, wins it cleanly back to Davidson through his feet, fires a shot, rebound chance in front, bang away, and the goal waved off once again as the goaltender knocked the goal off its moorings before the puck crossed the goal line. And the crowd, Cabot Highlanders faithful, looking for a call on that one. As McDonald sets up for the draw here, McGinnis parked at the top of the circle. On to Boyd. Boyd holding on to it, waits and shoots, looking for a screenshot there and a tip from Davidson, but it went off his pad and out to the stick of Boyd now in his own zone. Hounded there, almost a giveaway to Beliveau, who was streaking in there between the hash marks. Backhands it for LeBlanc, he shoots it, they score! Now the Thunderbirds making things interesting with just 6:42 left to go on a giveaway. They capitalize with a quick pass in front, and Copage pots it in to make it 3-2 here, just a goal away from tying the hockey game. Now with 6:42 left to go in the third, so plenty of hockey left to play, as it's now a one-goal hockey game. So look for the Thunderbirds to start turning up the heat now with plenty of hockey left to play. It's now a one-goal hockey game. Into the corner, King waits, shoots, bad save there for Plourde. Onto the point, moved across to Landry. Landry dumps it in deep. King looking to intercept. He gets checked into the boards. Young with a body check there. Chipped ahead, past the defense, and McGinnis. There's a 2-on-1 the other way. McGinnis drawing a penalty, or getting a penalty there on the hook. And now things have gotten very interesting here as McGinnis is going to go to the box here for hooking. And the Thunderbirds down a goal here, 6:12 left to play, are going to go to the power play. This is intense moments here for the Highlanders fans as they're going to have to kill a penalty. Brought to you this power play by AB Mechanical, as this could be a big turning point in this hockey game if the Thunderbirds can tie this one up. McGillis on the draw. Top power play line on the ice for the Thunderbirds. Fired down the ice for the Cabot Highlanders. Off that draw. 1:50 left to start that man advantage. As they look to exit the zone, touched up there. Taken by LeBlanc, skating free. Fired back down off the glass and out by the captain, Austin Landry, as it's moved ahead now to LeBlanc. Minute 35 left to go on the man advantage. Taken there once again and fired out by McClellan. And now the Thunderbirds are going to set things up in the power play. Minute 20 left to go. Good hustle there by McGinnis, trying to get his man off the puck. Leard moves it ahead. Slides across the Walsh down the right wing side. Drops it to McGillis. McGillis stepping free. McGillis waits, shoots off the blocker and wide by a hair. As that was a close call. Back in the offensive zone it goes. Still in the offensive zone. Just a minute to go in the power play across to LeBlanc. What a chance that was for McGillis. Onto the point to Leard. Leard across to McGillis. Waits and shoots. That one sails over the goal and out to neutral zone ice. Close call there for the Cabot Highlanders as the leading goal scorer was there right in the middle of the hash marks. Prime goal scoring territory there for the best shooters in the game as that's brought in. Walsh trying to clear a pass in front. Taken here by Davidson. Stripped to the puck there by Shediak, moving wide. Battling free there and taking off to the point. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage. Across to McGillis. McGillis to LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Shot there from the point. Blocker to side there into the corner. 21 seconds to go on the power play. Shediak on it now. Great pressure here by the Thunderbirds. Looking to set things up. 14 seconds onto the point. Walsh drops it down. Stepping wide and moving across to McGillis. McGillis holding on to it. Drops it back for LeBlanc. Waits and shoots off a mask of his own man. Moving it to the side. Leard a shot. Stick to side there by Forrence. Good battle here in front of the net. Shot there. Cleared out down the ice here as McGinnis came back onto the ice. And that's going to be icing here against the Highlanders. 4:05 left to play in the third period. Penalty over, but still another defensive zone faceoff here for the Highlanders. As look for within the next couple minutes. If they're not able to tie it, then they're going to pull the goalie likely at the end of this contest. Battle won there by the Thunderbirds. Are going to get it towards the goal. John Huey McGinnis looking to clear. Loose puck in front, taken by Davidson. Davidson skating free up the left wing side. Dangles into the neutral zone ice. Shovels it into the zone looking for a line change. Thunderbirds are going to catch him sleeping, but a good forecheck there by Bowie who gets it deep there on the intercept. Here come the Highlanders. Broussard trying to chip it in. Stick check by Broussard. Holding onto it from his knees. Passing it in front and unable to get it to Bowie in time. That's trying to block that pass here as Reddick, he gets a hold of it in the neutral zone ice, drops it back. And a pass ahead, Broussard chips it ahead, gave it away to Finney there, returns with it. Moves it across the left-hand defensive side. Back across to Gopage. He's got that goal to bring the Thunderbirds within one as Reddick skates ahead with it. He tries to skate into the zone. 3:11 left to play here in the third. Good move ahead. They're trying to take it by on the wide side. He's got a man in front, Gopage slides it to him. In front of the net, shot there, just sails over the goal. What opportunities here for the Thunderbirds here in the third. Dropping it off. Finney trying to keep that alive, and Reddick got it out of the zone. Tense moments here for the Highlanders. 2:52 left to go. Moncton starting to push the pace here. Finney in the corner. In his own end here. Hounded there by Broussard on the forecheck. Trying to get him off the puck. Broussard goes for a line change. McGinnis trying to intercept that pass. Round the vine in the near corner, or far corner rather it goes. McGinnis winds and shoots, and that goes wide of the stick side. As Walsh clears that out to neutral zone ice, taken by Landry. Nice move at center ice. Fires a shot in. Landry right on goal. And a quick save having to be made by Port, and he forced a cover here as Broussard was on him. 2:14 left to go here in the third period. Offensive zone draw for the Cabot Highlanders. Landry going off for a change. Austin Landry in favor of Daniel Landry, number 82 on defense as well. As Broussard steps up to the draw here, or McDonald rather, excuse me, number 17. Aiden McDonald on the draw for Cabot, wins it back to McGinnis. Shot there, pad save, a rebound chance in front, cleared away to the point. Landry winds and shoots, that's blocked. And looks like McGillis is ahead of the play, looking to get wide. McGillis, hold on, waits, shoots, save there for Forrence. McGillis gets it in deep. Good pressure here to start things off in the last 2 minutes for the Thunderbirds, but it gets out to center ice off a skate. McGillis retrieving that here. Drops it back. Gave it away to Davidson, who winds a slap shot over that glove hand side into the corner. And looks like an offside call here. Icing rather, excuse me. As Davidson protesting the call, but it's going to go all the way back down to the ice here into the Cabot Highlanders end. And so 1:46 left to play. 1-goal hockey game here in favor of the Cabot Highlanders in their own zone for this face-off. This could be a pivotal face-off here in this game. We're in prime goaltender pulling territory here. In the time department has moved across to Davidson. One-on-one, nice pass. Davidson winds, shoots, and that's over the goal. Hayden McDonald in the corner. Holds onto it. Works free. He's got Davidson with him. Tries to drop it to him. LeBlanc gets there first. 1:25, and the goaltender's going to the bench here for the Moncton Thunderbirds as we get things started. Extra attacker on here for the Moncton team. LeBlanc moving in wide on the right-hand side. Holding onto it. Waiting. Holds onto it. Slides it across to Francis. Francis waits, shoots. Glove saved by Forrence. Gets the whistle here. 1:07 left on the clock in the third period of play. Goalie pulled for the Moncton Thunderbirds. It's now or never here as they have the extra attacker on. And no timeout for either team here as we get things started for this face-off. And there is going to be a timeout here. And so we'll mute the microphone momentarily here as we get things ready to go. Just a short break here for this timeout. And we're back here. 1:07 left to play here in the third period of play. Goaltender pulled for the Moncton Thunderbirds. LeBlanc, number 17 on the face-off dot here for the Moncton team. Up against McDonald. McDonald gave the puck is given away here. Onto the boards of the point. Shot there from distance. Goes into the corner off the boards. Taken here. Empty net the other end. Cabot Highlanders ahead to McDonald. Empty net waiting. He scores! And the Cabot Highlanders ice the game here. 53 seconds left to play. McDonald with the empty net goal. And that should do it here for this one. As that gives some relief to the hometown team here with 53 seconds left and a cushion here of 2 goals. On the draw, McDonald. Taken off the draw by Belleville, looking to skate wide, and McGinnis gets a hold of it. Moved ahead now. Moved across here, McGinnis intercepts that. Off the boards and down the ice. Boudreau on it. 35 seconds left to go. Moved ahead, McGinnis on the puck. Down the ice goes Davidson. Dangling free, Davidson trying to get a shot away off that move, but he's checked into the corner. Off the boards, Belleville on it. Davidson holding on to that puck, gets it free to John Hugh McGinnis behind the goal, trying to pass it in front. Another shot, they score again. And looks like some extracurriculars after that goal, as the Highlanders take a 5-2 lead here with just 11.7 left on the clock. And a discussion with the official here And LeBlanc's going to go to the box for the unsportsmanlike there after the goal. And so one last power play brought to you by Avian Mechanical, just with 11.7 to go. The Highlanders 5-on-4 to close the game. As the faithful in Port Hawkesbury jawing with the player in the box here. So one of those things about local hockey. There's some choice words with the fans here. As LeBlanc not too pleased with the fans in attendance there. And congratulations to the Cabot Highlanders, their first win of the Maritime Championships.
Cabot Highlanders goal scored by number 17, Aiden McDonald. That is his second look of the game, assisted by number 19, John.
And the Highlanders win their first game of the Maritime Championships.
Thunderbirds number 10, Miguel Law, 2 minutes for roughing.
Both teams lining up at center ice, or the respective blue lines. And once again, a thank you to Maple Signs and Engraving for sponsoring this game. A thank you to our silver sponsor, Steel Mac, and also our presenting sponsor for the tournament, Home Hardware and the Mac Group, Port Hawkesbury, Port Hood, and Mike Hogema for sponsoring this tournament.
Good evening, hockey fans. Let's have a big round of applause for these two teams for a great hockey game. I'm very happy to be here tonight, and I would like to thank our Game Award sponsor tonight, who happens to be Maple Signs and Engraving here in Port Hawkesbury, for all your engraving needs, for your vehicles. You name it, they have it. Maple Signs and Engraving. And to present the Player of the Game Awards tonight, we have the owner of Maple Signs, Bob McGacken. Player of the game for the Thunderbirds, number 17, Colin LeBlanc.
Colin LeBlanc getting the nod for player of the game for the Thunderbirds. Had his share of chances throughout the game.
And for your Cabot Highlanders, player of the game, number, not here, Jake McGinnis.
Jake McGinnis getting the nod for player of the game, number 11. And that'll do it here for this contest. Thank you all from High Button Sports for tuning into this games. We'll see you in tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 is the start for tomorrow's games as the Dukes face off against the Rebels to start things off. Thank you, Brendan Maloney.